So I'm standing in the future home of Sapperton Living, a gorgeous 9-unit boutique townhome. And I'm going to be interviewing the developer, an amazing female developer in the Lower Mainland, Lisa Chan from Illuma Developments. She's done a lot of projects in the last 10 years, and she's going to be telling us her inspiration and a few other questions on Sapperton Living. If you want more information, you can visit us online, sappertonliving.com. You can register for this exciting new townhome development project there, or call me directly. My cell number's there. It'll come right to me. We are a small 9-unit boutique development, so our hands are in everything, and we have so much love and passion for what we're going to build here. And with that, Lisa, what was your passion and inspiration for this location?
Well, New Westminster has always been kind of like this hidden gem of the Lower Mainland. It's got 5 SkyTrain stations running through it and a beautiful waterfront. But most importantly, what I love is the history of New West. And New Westminster was the capital city of British Columbia. And you could see that just driving through Columbia Street. The architecture is stunning down there. They've kept most of the heritage facade, and they're revitalizing it right now. So it's almost like having a taste of Gastown, but through New West, a much more affordable option.
Yeah, if you haven't driven past Columbia Street lately, especially in the last 2 years, you really need to go visit it. It is so charming right now. There is a lot of money coming into New West and into Sapperton. In Sapperton, you've got several developers that are building concrete high-rises here. You've got the TD Bank that's come in, Shoppers Drug Mart, Save on Foods, of course, the Browns. So all of those are telltales that it is an area that is going to be undergoing a ton of revitalization over the coming years. That is what makes this project really exciting as well.
Yes, so because I have a growing family, I research into New Westminster, the amenities, and it's really quite spectacular. They are building a brand new aquatic center, community centers, and they actually have their own police force. This size city having their own police force brings a lot of safety into this community.
That's right, because they can address their own issues instead of it being done by a federal government. Here they know what they need. They know the needs of the specific community.
And if you hate BC Hydro, you don't have to deal with them here. City of New Westminster have their own utility department.
That's amazing. And New West really does have that small town feel, even though it's like the hub of the Lower Mainland. It is central to everything. Like you're 10 minutes to Vancouver, Burnaby, Richmond, Surrey, Port Coquitlam.
Exactly.
It's 10 minutes drive to everywhere. Plus, the SkyTrain is half a block over. Well, no, sorry, a block and a half.
Yes,
a block and a half away. As is all the restaurants and amenities I just mentioned.
Yes.
And Royal Columbia Hospital too.
Exactly. It's super exciting, this location. But Sapperton is one of my favorites in New Westminster. And why we dialed into this location is a few years ago when New West redid their official community plan, which is OCP, their mandate for Sapperton was for developers to develop family-friendly, ground-oriented housing. And what does that mean? It gave us the opportunity to design a project like this that was perfect for families, growing families with children, but not just that. It's going to be suitable for all the stages of your life. So who wants to live in a condo when you have young kids? You have to deal with an elevator, underground parking. This have the luxury of convenience, which means you have attached garage, your very own attached garage. So if you're going to Costco and you're lugging groceries, you can just, doesn't matter if it's raining or snowing outside, you drive into the garage and you unpack your stroller, your groceries, everything, and you're home, you're safe.
Plus the garage is heated, right?
It is, so you could use it as a gym, a workshop, and there's lots of multifunction areas of this townhome. So the main floor where the garage is, there's also this massive flex suite where you could use as a media room, a playroom, but it has a full shower, full bathroom. So you could use it as a nanny suite, an in-law suite, or temporary accommodations, because there aren't going to be any rental restrictions.
And the demand for traveling nurses right now is huge, especially with the hospital increasing in size as it is.
Exactly. If the hospital's 2 blocks away, you're going to have lots of medical workers looking for temporary accommodations. And what really pulls my heartstrings are those patients that are there undergoing surgery, and their families, they need a place to stay because they don't want to stay in a hotel that's 10 minutes away and having to come here every day to care for their loved ones.
I think it's a really unique idea. I mean, when we think about townhomes here in the Lower Mainland, it hasn't become the norm for families. In general, when we grow up, we're taught to believe that we should have a single family home. But really think about it. In most of the world, that's not the case. In most of the world, people do live in townhomes. And we've just had the luxury here.
Actually, they live in condos. Like, if you're looking at high density.
That's true.
Right? Like, think about New York, Hong Kong, Singapore. Everyone lives in a condo apartment. A townhouse is a luxury in
That
those
is
places.
very true. That is true. And what's happened, here in the Lower Mainland in the past is that townhomes weren't designed for long-term living. I know people do because of the costs of a single family home, but they were designed pretty small without attached garages usually, especially when you're within the bridges, as in where Vancouver is. Because the thinking hasn't been this is a long-term home for a family.
Yes.
But this is a huge transition. This is very forward-thinking because this is going to be the smarter alternative to single-family homes.
Totally.
And it's the way of the future. We have a city that is growing faster than we can keep pace with.
Yes. With this project, you're not going to sacrifice in size. Most townhomes are 12 to 1,500 square feet. These ones, including the garage, you're looking at 2,200 square feet. That is bigger than most of these single-family homes on the street.
That's true. The little house that's behind us, I think that one's
Less than 1,000 square feet.
2-bedroom, 1-bathroom. So I mean, this is really the smarter way of the future, and we're going to see this more and more in the Lower Mainland. Lisa is very progressive in taking the approach of townhome being the smarter option to single family living instead of the cheaper alternative.
No, it's not.
You
get all the luxuries without the hassle, without the headache. I went on a vacation recently in the winter, and oh my God, the snow that we had last year, and the favors I had to ask my neighbors to shovel my driveway. You wouldn't have to deal with that if you're living in a townhome.
And the other beauty too, and I know you touched on this earlier, is you may have no kids yet. The townhome is still going to be lovely, and there is that possibility of having a little income help with the space that's on the bottom floor. Then when you have kids, you've got a community that supports each other. You've got the playground, the gardens, and you're like 5 minutes to a park from here. So then those years are wonderful for the kids because they're going to build long-lasting friendships. When they're teens, you can take that little income space back, and there's space for your teens to go have their privacy and lock themselves off as they will.
The rooms are spacious, so they're very comfortable in their own room.
And then when those teens leave home and you're an empty nester, you've got a very comfortable space that's low maintenance, and you're walking distance to everything from here, so you can grow old right to your final years in this location. It's a great way to build roots in such a close-knit community.
Exactly. No need to move, because you know what? Moving is among the top most stressful activities, isn't it? So just come and build your roots here and stay for all stages of your life.
For more information, you can go onto our website at sappertonliving.com. You can register there, or you can call me directly. We've got some really amazing incentives for the first 3 homes sold, so you may want to jump on this fast. Thanks a lot for watching.
Thanks. Bye.